Today we're working on a 2004 F-150 with a misfire code. It's P0301, and that is cylinder 1 misfire detected. This is my personal truck, so I'm just going to show you through the simple diagnostic procedure. This truck has a lot of miles, about 190,000 miles on it. And typically when you have a simple code like this out of the blue, you're looking at a coil pack issue. So the coils are on top of every single cylinder. It's a coilover plug setup. And I'm going to show you guys how to test if your coil is bad. And just to get a close-up for you, this is the pin connector, and that's the tab that you'll press in. So when it's on the coil, you'll just press this tab down and then pull it right out. Okay, so we're on the passenger side of the engine bay. I've got my ratchet with a 7mm socket on the end, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to first reach over and grab the pigtail for the harness, and all you do is you grab the tip of it, you press the tab in and pull it out. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then the next step is to just take the 7mm bolt that's holding on the coil. So we'll take that out and then take out your coil. So when you have the coil out, you just want to inspect it, make sure there's no oil on it. Sometimes the top of the valve cover can leak a little bit and it can get on there. Luckily on this one, the valve covers very seldomly leak, and if they do, you can just tighten them back up. So if you don't happen to have a good spare coil with you, what you can do is you can note that your problem cylinder is cylinder 1 and then switch it with cylinder 2 coil because it's the second easiest to get to, and then verify if the code has swapped. Now this is a really easy job to do, and if you don't have a scan tool, you can actually just go to AutoZone or Advanced Auto and borrow their scan tool and just swap this in the parking lot to make sure that you're just getting one. So we're going to go ahead and put the new one in and test it. So it's all pretty straightforward how it goes back on. You'll note that there's a little tab on the coil, and that coincides with the valve cover marking, and it just sips right in. You see this little yellow dot here. This typically means that it's the original coil. So it's made it 190,000 miles just about. Alright, now that's snug, take your little pin connector and put it back onto the coil. It only goes on one way. So now I'm just going to clear the codes. And then read codes to make sure that they are gone. No codes. And now I'm going to go ahead and start up the truck and see how it runs. So far, much better. So I'll take it for a test drive and see if the code comes back. Just finished a short test drive and she's ready to go. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.